नमस्कार दोस्तों, चलिए जानने की कोशिश करते हैं हैरोल्ड गार्फिंकल के कॉन्सेप्ट एथनोमेथोडोलॉजी को। Ethnomethodology, developed by Harold Garfinkel, is a sociological approach that explores how individuals actively construct and maintain social order through their everyday interactions. It emphasizes the methods people use to make sense of the social world and the practices they employ to establish shared meanings and norms. Let's discuss this concept with some relevant examples. An example that illustrates ethnomethodology is the concept of breaching experiments. In these experiments, individuals intentionally violate social norms and observe how others react. For instance, someone may enter an elevator and stand facing the back instead of the front, which goes against the customary behavior. By doing so, they disrupt the established pattern of behavior and observe how others in the elevator react. This experiment highlights how people rely on shared expectations and norms to navigate their social interactions. Similarly, in everyday conversations, people rely on certain assumptions and shared understanding to interpret and respond to each other. For example, when someone says, "How are you?" we understand it is as a greeting rather than a literal inquiry about our well being. This shared understanding allows for smooth social interactions. Another example can be observed in a workplace setting. Employees follow specific unwritten rules and norms to maintain a sense of order and cohesion. These practices may include appropriate modes of communication, expectations for punctuality, and patterns of collaboration. Ethnomethodology would explore how individuals employ these methods to navigate the social context, ensuring smooth interactions and a shared understanding of what constitutes appropriate behavior within that particular workplace. Additionally, ethnomethodology highlights how individuals use background knowledge to interpret ambiguous situations. For instance, when encountering a closed door, we assume it is locked unless there are clear signs suggesting otherwise. This shared understanding enables us to navigate social situations in a smoother way. Consider a conversation between two friends discussing their plans for the weekend. They rely on unspoken assumptions and shared understanding to navigate the interaction smoothly. For instance, when one friend suggests going to a movie, he assumes that the other friend is familiar with movie theaters, ticket purchasing, and the general expectations of a movie outing. This shared knowledge allows them to communicate effectively without explicitly discussing each and every detail. Ethnomethodologists use conversation analysis to study how people engage in everyday conversations and how they coordinate their actions through verbal and non-verbal communications. For instance, they may examine how people take turns during a conversation, use gestures to convey meaning, or employ specific linguistic cues to signal agreement or disagreement. Ethnomethodology challenges the notion that social order is predetermined and fixed. Instead, it emphasizes that people actively construct and negotiate social realities through their everyday practices. By studying these methods and practices, ethnomethodology shed lights on the intricate ways individuals create and sustain social order in their everyday interactions. Overall, ethnomethodology offers valuable insights into the ways people make sense of their social world and maintain social order through their everyday interactions. It encourages us to examine the subtle processes and practices that shape our shared reality and highlights the active role individuals play in creating and sustaining social norms and meanings. This is for today, friends. Have a nice day. Thank you. Jai Hind.